Hey, Jonny Moseley here for Peter Glenn Ski and Sports. Hanging out at Palisades Tahoe, ripping around the mountain, testing out gear, having a great time. Trying to give you an idea of what some of this stuff skis like, feels like, looks like. This is the Atomic Maverick 105 CTI. CTI stands for Carbon Tank Mesh. That doesn't make sense, but you get the idea. It's a carbon tank mesh is what's happening here. So let me just start from the beginning here. So 105, that means it's 105 millimeters underfoot, okay? That's a very important sort of distinguishing factor between skis, okay? I ski like a 99 most of the time around here at Palisades, 99 Ti, and that covers most of your conditions except when you get some deeper snow. Even up to 6-8 inches, you want something a little wider. Now, the problem with going wider, when you start to get into 105 plus, they don't have that same performance on the hard pack. They feel a little like when you tip them up on edge, you're way up above the snow. And so it's a little bit of a battle to try to get a ski that can do everything in that range. Because ideally, you don't want to have to switch skis, especially here. You get a POW day, you know, by 11 o'clock, it's pretty much tracked out. And so then you're skiing, you know, sort of mixed crud, there's mixed POW. And then by the end of the day, you're back on the hard pack. So you want a ski that can kind of do it all. It's a real hard challenge. So, but this is an excellent option. I was having a great time ripping out there on the groomers with this ski. I feel it's got a 19-meter radius. I skied it in a 184 length with a 19-meter radius. 19-meter radius is a nice radius. That's the curve of the ski. It's kind of like Town League GS. You can feel like you can rip some kind of tight radius turns at speed. But when you're going straight or in the POW, it doesn't want to try to turn on you involuntarily. So that's kind of a nice blend. It's got their Horizon tip, which is in most of their Atomic skis. You can see it's got like they kind of bevel the tip so that it has like an easier entry and exit out of the powder. Pretty cool innovation. And I feel like they've shaved the tip down too. So I would say for a sort of Atomic race, more leaning ski, like the Maverick is definitely different than the Ben Shetler in that it's not for guys who really want to go like take a lap through the park. That's more of the Ben Shetler. This is more like I was an ex-racer. I like to carve, like Darren Rolfs, local skier here, Hot and Calm champion. This is kind of the ski he skis on a lot around here, or most of the time. And so it's really like high speed. I want to be able to lay it down on groomers. And I found that to be true. This thing really does carve well on groomers. It does not feel super unwieldy. I feel like the mount point is a little bit further forward than most skis, so it doesn't have that really big, heavy tip swing weight, which is a nice feature. Like I felt like if I wanted to do some 360s, I could. I ended up doing a bunch of slash turns on some walls, and I was actually impressed that it would release, the tail would release. So it has some playfulness to it. I laid my hip down a couple times. There was one time when I overpowered the ski, when I laid it down so hard it chattered out, but you know, I'll give it some grace. I'll take some of the credit for that. Maybe I leaned in a little bit, I don't know. But overall, pretty impressed with the ski. I like the graphics. Great ski from Atomic, especially in that 105 sort of do-it-all switchblade category. So Jonny Moseley here for Peter Glenn Ski and Sports. Get the gear before you go.